Yes, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and in today's video, I have a tactic that dominated multiple leagues in a Glory Hunter save. And I'm not gonna waste your time. Let's get straight into it right now. Do make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe as we're on the road to 25,000 subs, and also comment. Let me know what other type of videos you wanna see. But guys, if you cannot be bothered to watch this YouTube video and you just want to get the tactics straight away, well, I have a great option for you. You can go over to my Patreon, and as you can see, we have my retro 4-4-2 tactic that was cooking, that helped me to dominate in the Glory Hunter save. All you gotta do is sign up to the Patreon and you'll be able to download it and get this tactic straight away. Right, and here we are with the tactic, and as you can see, it is essentially a 4-2-4, but a bit of a 4-4-2. It just depends how you want to look at it, but this is the formation, and I'm telling you guys, this tactic and formation has been working wonders for me. Let me show you exactly what has been going on in this Glory Hunter save. So if you are not active in my Twitch streams, then you would not know that we started a Glory Hunter save over on Twitch that we have been doing recently. However, that has abruptly come to an end. I started that save with Aaron Hunt and Big Robo, and I'm telling you guys, it was a great save. So it's definitely a shame that that save is over. However, this is what we've been doing in this save. So at the moment, we are with Stad Rens or Stad Renans, whatever you want to call them, and they are third in the league. Let me show you guys what happened. So we moved over to this club in September, I think it was, because we couldn't find no other job. But if we go to the league table and we go to the season preview, they had just been promoted. However, we did do very well in terms of the transfers we brought in. We probably brought in about, let me show you guys. We brought in probably about 20 different players and revamped the whole squad. And now the team is doing a lot better. As you can see, we are third in the league at the moment on 38 points. So doing extremely well for a team who's just been promoted. I lost my first 2 games in charge with them and I didn't lose. So literally I came in, lost these 2 games. And then since then, I have not lost a game. Facing PSG away from home, facing Nice, Monaco, Marseille, who are top of the league, getting a draw against them. So doing well in terms of the French league. Now we go check the other leagues I've managed, guys, in the save. So we started with the Premier League of Manchester United. By the way, this is a 07-08 database retro save. So yeah, it was a mad thing. It was crazy. Anyways, with the Man United team, we won every single trophy possible, as you can see. Obviously, Rooney, Ronaldo, and Tevez, you expect that, so we'll take it anyways. But as you can see, English League Cup, Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League, and Community Shield. Every trophy we could win, we won that, and then we left to join AC Milan, the team we beat in the Champions League final. And then look at that, we won the Serie A and we won the Champions League. So 2 Champions Leagues back to back. After that season, I was done with AC Milan. I didn't want to stay and try and win the Coppa Italia, so I moved over to Porto, and as I went to Porto, I picked up 3 trophies at Porto in Portugal, winning all the domestic trophies there, and now we've moved to Stad Renan. So as you've seen, we've won the league in every single team we have been at, and we have won the cup in 2 leagues, and we have won the Champions League twice in a matter of what, 4 years? So yeah, guys, this tactic has been working wonders. I've only used this tactic whilst managing all of these clubs. Now, this is a game we must check out. Beating Monaco 5-1 away from home was a great performance, and you can see the XG and everything and how we've been doing. Right, and here are the goals, and we score a corner, Matip with a header. Then we press the ball high up the pitch, win it. And as you can see, the front 4, well, front 3 at the moment, active in the box, and that's a tap in, making it 2-0. Here's another goal. You can see a bit more of the build up and how it looks. Look at that, man. Just aggressive in terms of the press and how high we are up on the pitch. And then right here, Kabay by himself. And just look how many options there are in the box, right? If we can we zoom out? Let's have a ganders, right? Let's go to a data analysis view. We're looking at that straight away. Just look at that. 1, 2. Okay, click, please. 3 and 4, and then the fullbacks are over here as well. So literally overloading the opposition. We're having multiple chances as well as creating so many goal scoring opportunities. Let's go back to director quickly, and yeah, let's get the goal in. And he just crossed the box, low crosses, tap in. So that is a That's a hint of what is in the tactic, guys. And then Zapata crashes that in, and that's 5 goals, and then we concede 1 goal, which was a penalty, but it's not the end of the world, but we'll take it and move. And we can go back to when we was at Porto and we beat Braga 4-2 in the cup final. So let me show you guys them goals very quickly. Right, and it's Adriano penalty. We got Adriano on loan. Then another Bastian Schweinsteiger was sold to us. Wayne Bridge, Fletcher, Schweinsteiger, bang, and Farfan scores there. Then we get, we concede our first goal of the game, and it goes in, and he's in, and then simple tapping really. Then we score 2 goals back to back. Fletcher on the ball, drives with it, then low cross once again, and then it's Lenny with a tap in. Then we get another goal straight off the rip. Olivier finds Lenny, Lenny runs, and it's a low cross once again. Olivier taps it in, and then we concede a final goal, which didn't matter at this point as we've basically won the trophy already, so I didn't care about that. And it was an absolute screamer. But guys, let me stop wasting your time and let's get into this tactic right now. And let me give you a breakdown of exactly what you need for this tactic, the things you need to be thinking about, as well as the player roles and instructions. But guys, let me tell you something. YouTube have told me that 80% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. Why haven't you hit the subscribe button, guys? Clearly you enjoy the content, so please, one time for me, can you hit the sub button? We are on the road to 25,000 subscribers. We just hit 20K, so thank you guys for that. But let's get to the next goal of 25. So here we are, and first to start with, guys, you need a sweeper keeper on defend. Because we are playing a high line, as you can see over here, you're going to need that sweeper keeper to be sweeping and not just a standard goalkeeper. Next, for the balance of things, guys, right here we have a fullback on support. With the instructions, tackle harder. He is going to be down that wing a lot of times, especially as we are focusing play down the left and right, as you can see. So he will be getting the ball a lot. So make sure you are picking up a good fullback, guys. Now, on the left, we have a wing back on support with the instructions, tackle harder. So we want this wing back to get further forward and get involved in the play. As you can see, both of them were doing it in both of the clips, so it doesn't really matter if it's a wing back or fullback. I do prefer wing backs over fullbacks, but for balance, I went with one of each on both sides. Anyways, now we look at these two centre backs, and we have a ball playing defender on defend with no instructions, alongside another one with the exact same thing. If you can, make sure you are picking up a left-footed centre half. At the moment, we didn't have money, so I'm using a right-footed centre half. So yeah, it's not the greatest, but it will do for now. As soon as I get some money, I wanted to improve that guy into a left-footed centre half, but I wasn't able to do that at the moment. But like I'm saying, 2 ball playing defenders, 1 left-footed, 1 right-footed will always be good, as they will be the ones breaking the lines, especially when you are playing out of defense. So you need them players to be good on the ball, or good enough on the ball to be able to make passes and make correct decisions. Otherwise, you'll be susceptible to conceding a hell of a lot of goals from the opposition pressing you, which has happened to me as I don't have the greatest centre backs. But anyways, we move over to the next player, and it is a defensive midfielder on support, and we have told him to hold position and tackle harder. This hold position is very key because we're going to need someone in and around these centre backs in order to receive the pass and create these little triangle options, as the centre back might pass here, and then the DM can pass out to the fullback or to the other fullback, or back and then to the fullback, or any way, anyhow, any shape or form. Those passes, those triangles will be made, especially with the DM holding that spot, essentially acting like an anchor, but not an anchor. Right, and then next we have a deep line playmaker on support with tackle harder. So when I first created a tactic, I had him in the number 6 spot instead of in the midfield. However, Paul Scholes, when I was at Manchester United, the first team, doesn't like playing as a DM, he likes playing as a midfielder. So I thought, let me move it forward, and it did work quite well, especially because deep line playmakers always drop into the space anyways. So it still acts like a number 6, but he does venture a bit forward at times. That's the only thing I would say that you might need to be careful of. If you can play the midfielder as a DM, if not, then in the midfield is perfectly fine. As well as tackle harder, because we need our players to tackle harder and try and win the ball as soon as possible. Right, on the right hand side, we have a winger on attack. So we want to essentially stretch the opposition. We want to create the angles and there's gaps for the midfielders to maybe roam into and the strikers to get in between the centre backs. So we want those wide players as wide as possible as wingers. So Salah was a winger on attack. On the left-hand side, we had a winger on support. So this kind of paired well, especially with the wing back on support, because the winger on support kind of drops in maybe about here and down here and kind of in these areas a bit. Not like an inverted winger. The inverted winger gets a bit too close into the middle. He still holds the width, but then he goes inside, especially with a fullback. As you can see, they have a great partnership. The fullback bombs on or goes towards him closer whilst this guy comes in the middle a bit. Pause. Whoa. Anyways, whilst he goes into the middle a bit, it lets him bomb forward. So this works quite well. You could go over inside forward, which I did use at times, but majority of the times it was a wing on support. On the left, we have an advanced forward on attack with instructions, tackle harder, and then we have Papa
that you had
as an advanced forward on attack. The only thing I would say, he does prefer playing as a pressing forward. So in certain games when I could see he wasn't really in the game, I did change him to a pressing forward at times. But majority of the times in the other clubs, I went with advanced forward. So if you are able to sign players for your team, I would keep it as advanced forwards. If you're not able to get the players you want, then maybe you need to tweak it based on the players you have. But I would say advanced forward or pressing forward at most. And both of them just have tackle harder on them. That is it in terms of the player roles. Let's have a look at the mentality. We went with an attacking mentality every single time I wanted to attack and impose myself on the opposition. The only times I ever changed this was in big away games against the better teams. So if I was facing like Barcelona in 07-08, AC Milan, maybe Inter Milan, these kind of big teams, then I did sometimes go to a balance instead of attacking. But majority of the time, I was going with attacking, especially with this Stade Rennais team. Anyways, in possession, we've gone with attacking width, wide, passing to space, focus that played on the left and right, and play out defense. Final third, low crosses, work the ball into the box, run at defense, and be more expressive. Tempo higher. In transition, we've gone with counter press, counter, distribute balls to the fullbacks and to the centre backs, and roll it out. If you are looking to go for the game and you need to get a goal, guys, take long kicks, distribute it over to the opposition's defense. That's what I would say. But that's when you're going for a game, you need to get a goal, basically. Anyways, our position, we've gone over high press, higher defensive line, get stuck in, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and trigger press much more often. And that is literally the tactic, guys. But that is it for the video, guys. Do make sure to leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you comment. All my social media links are in the description, so make sure you're following those as soon as possible. But make sure you're checking out this video right here, where I test out a game called FIFA Manager 2025. Is this game better than Football Manager? You may as well click it and find out right now.